citizen media, just a truth seeker wave. Tyra Vila on the docket, the crowd's all around. Heard she got a case, yeah, she's wearing the crown. Kicked out of the courtroom just for watching the show. They said you can't record, man, you gotta go. I'm just here to observe, keep it real, keep it clear. But they label me a threat like I'm spreading some fear. 3 years in the making, this drama's a ride. Busted for some embezzling, she got nowhere to hide. In Aguilar town, the gossip's running wild. But I'm just a good citizen, not a courtroom child. This drama's a ride, busted for some embezzling. She's got nowhere to hide. In Aguilar town, the gossip's running wild. But I'm just a good citizen, not a courtroom child. Out of the courtroom just for watching the show. They said you can't record, man, you gotta go. I'm just here to observe, keep it real, keep it clear. But they label me a threat like I'm spreading some fear. Now I'm back on the street with my pen in my pad, writing down a story and it's driving them mad. Tyra's in the spotlight, but I'm shining too bright. Watch out for the truth, it's about to ignite. Ain't no people wasn't worth showing his might, but they forgot John DeNicola. Oh man, what a sight. Where's the guy with the scoop? They all scratch their heads, while John's at the cafe sipping lattes instead. So here's to the justice system, and the laughter we'll find. In a world full of chaos, I'll keep speaking my mind. Good citizen media, I'm just doing my part. Kicked out of the courtroom, but I'm still bringing the art. Good citizen media, doing my thing, making some music and some reporting. This drama's a ride, busted for some embezzling. She's got nowhere to hide. In Aguilar town, the gossip's running wild. But I'm just a good citizen, not a courtroom child. 3 years in the making, this drama's a ride. Busted for some embezzling, she's got nowhere to hide. In Aguilar town, the gossip's running wild. But I'm just a good citizen, not a courtroom child. Not a courtroom, not a courtroom, not a courtroom child. Now I'm back on the street with my pen in my pad, writing down the story and it's driving them mad. Tyra's in the spotlight, but I'm shining too bright. Watch out for the truth, it's about to ignite. And no people wasn't worth showing his might, but they forgot John DeNicola. Oh man, what a sight. Where's the guy with the scoop? They all scratch their heads, while John's at the cafe sipping lattes instead. So here's to the justice system, and the laughter will find. In a world full of chaos, I'll be speaking my mind. Good citizen media, I'm just doing my part. Kicked out of the courtroom, I'm still bringing the art. Good citizen media, doing my thing, making some music and some reporting. Now,
Yo.
I'm getting all discombobulated over here with my mic. What's up?
What's up, Johnny? What's up, Huntington Township Watch? What's up, Eddie? Good to see you guys. I got kicked out of court today, guys. Dismissed.
It's always about you. Nobody can ever shine in the limelight. It's always about you. I think that's hilarious. Thank you for the laughs.
Yeah, it was my court date today.
We have Lori.
I don't understand why they didn't. I don't understand why he didn't just go ahead and give you the keys to the city. You know, you're a good guy. I don't understand it. I thought I didn't drive down there for nothing. I'd have been pissed off.
Why? You sat in on it. Robert did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying not to physically laugh in the courtroom before her court was finished. Because right before they even started, when they were sitting up at the tables and stuff, the public defender told the judge right off the bat that Good Citizen Media was on the live stream, and she believed that he was going to record it and put it on social media, so she wanted the judge to cut him off. And the judge agreed. She said she was afraid he was going to do that. I'm like, and me, I was like, afraid? What? What the hell are they talking about?
A
He knows
pre-crime.
more about the laws than the lawyers that are sitting there do.
Yes, they got me on a pre-crime. So when I put the video recording now, that's gonna be crazy, I guess. Tell me I can't record. Nobody's allowed to record in there, and you know, well, I wasn't recording. I was just watching, but that was enough to get thrown out of there, and you know, shut me down on the WebEx. I was the only one, but before that, the Tyler's attorney asked that nobody record in the courtroom on the, you know, WebEx, blah blah blah. So the judge had this whole spiel about how nobody can record, and if they're caught recording, the deputy is there and he'll be watching, and all this jazz, you know. And yeah, then right after that, that's when they had to have me whacked, and then they tried to shut down the whole WebEx. I guess Tyra thinks she deserves a closed courtroom. This is not of public interest. Nobody cares. So, you know.
What's up, AJ?
What can
What's
you
up,
do?
Lemmy?
What's up?
Evening, everyone.
I mean, that's some crazy shit to get kicked out of the courtroom and nobody else does, and you didn't even do or say anything.
Well,
Yeah.
the defendant showed up
I
and he was
did say a word.
dismissed expeditiously.
Like it was WebEx. Like you couldn't even unmute and talk if you wanted to, right? Like you
Apparently, no charges were filed.
All right. You couldn't mute, you couldn't talk, you couldn't do any. I mean, you could show your face. Did you show your face?
No, I didn't have my camera on or nothing.
Oh,
Maybe he should have just put his first name only.
right. Maybe you should have just put good in there.
G.
Just good.
Just put G. Just a G. That's all they need to know. My name is G.
Next
That's
time.
what my homies call me.
G
She's
citizen.
working in here soon, guys. She'll. I think they want to sweep it under
Or
the
even
rug.
better, G with a period
Want
next to it.
the public to understand what's going on. Money. I think this is government protecting government. You know,
Absolutely. I agree with that.
I mean, because we've done millions of views on this town specifically, and a lot of those millions of views were on this lady and her behaviors leading up to this.
Correct.
We've covered this for years now. She's finally charged, and they're like, "No, you can't see what's happening in the open courtroom."
Right. We don't want to hurt her feelings. We don't want her to be judged by her peers.
After court, cop took her on a hot date.
They took her to the mill.
I don't know.
Well, it was a very
That's the
strange
weirdest. I've been
court.
kicked out of court for a lot of things before, but
Yeah, I've been
Never
to
like that.
many
never where they
many
took
court
more of the
dates.
court here and talking about me than they
Yeah.
did the person they were prosecuting.
Right. What'd you say, Robert?
So
I said I've been to many
man.
court dates. Some of my own, some of my
understand how that
family, some of
worked
other
out.
people,
Like they-
and
it seemed that
it
way to
was
me, at least like they spent more time talking about me and my recording of the court, which I wasn't recording, guys. Like I wasn't recording.
no. What I would have liked to
It
do was
wasn't worth recording anyways. Like there was
Can-
nothing there.
hold
just,
on, Robert.
An appearance.
that's okay then.
Can you hear Robert,
So-
good citizen?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting as we go through court.
I don't know. I think
Especially
he
if
lost
we
us
end up in
all.
trial. Because she's already pretty camera shy. So I think we're going to probably have to get some of the mainstream media down here to sit out in front of the courthouse steps and stuff. You know how they do it.
Hey,
report
good
that
citizen, can you hear me?
Well,
Can you hear me?
So what'd you
you know,
think about
I think you're
in
passing.
person?
I don't think he can hear us. Hold on.
How was the vibe in the courtroom there?
I got it. Hold on. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, one of the
message.
things I was going to say was that is one of the strangest court dates I have ever been to in my entire life, and I've been to many, many, many court dates. The judge, right off the bat, before the anything even started, I heard the public defender tell Tyra that they were going to call her up there first. The judge does not do that in the courtroom. There was 8 people altogether on the docket. They had 2 prisoners from the jail. They normally go through the prisoners first, and then they go by the court, your case number. They don't even go by your last name. They go by your case number. Because I was almost always the last one in the courtroom when I had my court dates.
Right.
So that right from the beginning was odd. And then at the end of it, they I don't know who her or her attorney was crying to, but they made the judge believe that she was being threatened, and she got a sheriff deputy escort to her car when her part was
Not
over.
just any sheriff's deputies. It looked like that deputy was, I believe, Sergeant Trancoso.
Yeah, it was him. And he wasn't even in the courtroom before that. He was standing in the hallway on the outside. I never seen him. The other deputy was the one that brought the 2 prisoners in. So
Right.
I was like, well, where did he come from? He wasn't there the whole time. He wasn't like one of the bailiffs or anything. He just came out of there when she said that, and he proceeded to walk behind them out the door.
Well, she's scared. She's scared.
and
She's got to keep playing the part.
Right. And at the beginning, the judge was also saying that she was not going to put up with any stuff in the courtroom like bullying or intimidation or threats.
Well, staring is a threatening thing. So if I show up there in November and I stare,
Yeah, nobody
is it,
did
am I
any of
being a
that.
bully?
Anybody says anything or gestures or she had a spiel.
Yeah.
So I did see somebody recording before the judge was called in with their phone. It looked like they were recording. I don't know for sure because I wasn't sitting close enough, but they had their phone up, and I heard Vicky say, "You can't record in here." And I almost started laughing because she said it loud enough for everybody in the courtroom to hear. Nobody told the lady anything. so I don't think she was actually recorded. I think she just had her phone up and she pointed it towards them, because this was the other weird thing, which I have never seen before. When they opened the door to let everybody in, Tyra, her mom, there was 2 other family members with them. There was 4 of them. They all went and sat behind the table where the public defender was going to sit. And then after about 2 or 3 minutes, they got up and went and sat on the other side of the chairs in the courtroom behind the prosecutor.
Hmm.
And I was like, why are they sitting over there?
I don't know if we're
That was weird. And so an old friend that is friendly with Vicky actually went and sat next to where she was at and then they end up moving back to the other side. So I was like, wow, that was enough for them to move. But why did they move to that side to begin with? It was just an odd day. I was like, we're like in the Twilight Zone or something. I'm like, everything's backwards in here.
Yeah.
And then I waited until all the other cases went through after she left, but everybody else left right away.
Yeah.
It was just a strange court date. I have never ever been to one like that in my entire life, ever.
Well, that's what happens when you're government prosecuting government, Robert.
Right.
I think that's how it
And
goes.
what I would have liked to have done was stand up and tell the judge to ask the judge at the county court to look at her applications for restraining orders and how many she had and how many went through.
Right, because she tried to restrain me a lot of times, allegedly, and none of them went through.
No, and that one that she did with Vern was like 14 pages long, one of them.
80 some pages long.
Yeah. It was 80. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course that judge didn't put him through because he could tell that she was lying through her teeth every time she put an application in.
Yeah, but that judge was retired. That wasn't the judge that she's listed as, or the courtroom. That judge is Pierce Fowler, and I guess he was absent, and so she was filling in for him, I think.
Oh, the one that was there today?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen her at any of the court dates that I've been to before, so I wasn't sure if she was new or they brought her in from a different jurisdiction just for that case, or what was going on.
That's just while this other judge is away, and then she'll probably be replaced by him. That's my guess. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, John? You seen a little bit of what she was saying there, how she had spoke to the judge the night before and all that.
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a conversation somewhere else.
That judge that's there, I'm saying, like, you think she's
well, that's funny because she actually was.
Yeah,
but here's what gets me. She was retired, and they brought her back to fill in for Fowler because Fowler was supposed to be the judge hearing the case today. So I don't get it. I don't understand. And again, I think that out of all fairness, before they removed you from this WebEx, I think the judge probably should have asked some questions of you. You know what I mean? Because their claim was that you were not a victim and you weren't a witness. So, and that was what they claimed was the basis for your removal, is that you had no part in the case.
yeah.
Right? So if you have no part in the case, wait a minute. This woman tried to pay $1,000 to have you, Robert, and you people fucked up.
Yeah.
By Liberty Bird.
Right.
How does that work?
No.
How are you not a victim?
And it was probably federal money she paid him with, huh?
Well, I mean, when you mix federal money with all of your money, then yeah.
Yeah, it's all federal money then when you start mixing it, huh?
You know what's funny about the whole thing is she conspired with, at that point, I believe, the then code enforcement officer Adam to hire Liberty Bird to do the beat down on the three of you. So to me, that's two government officials conspiring to deprive people of their civil liberties. Maybe it's me, but seems like there's a crime there somewhere. Just
So
saying.
you
And
would
the
think.
crime is a guy like Adam's got to pay a guy like Liberty Bird to come punch me in the face.
Some dentist he is.
Yeah, what kind of dentist are you, Adam? Oh shit, man. Can't make this shit up, can you?
Nope.
Oh, that's funny.
O-
Yes.
only if you were a fiction writer, bro.
So next month she's got court again then, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on the 19th.
19th. Yep. I wonder if I'll be thrown out of that one.
The other strange thing about today is she was on the docket at 8 a.m. Also, she was on the docket twice. And I talked to somebody in the courthouse Monday, and somebody else called him yesterday, and the people at the courthouse said she had to be there at the 8 o'clock one. They told me that she was supposed to be there in the office to do paperwork about the time for one of the other court dates, and that she couldn't miss it. And they told me that she had to be there at 1:30, because they told me the 1:31 was going to be the appearance of Bond. They didn't do an appearance of Bond. Well, it sounded like they said they did, but they didn't really go over the Bond. And they also said that the second one was going to be arraignment. They didn't do arraignment today. They set up the date for arraignment for November the 19th. So the person that answers the phone has been working there a long time. How does she keep mixing all that stuff up, from day to day?
Right.
And
It
when
doesn't
I
even
You
make
called,
know, that's
sense why they would.
funny. That's funny, Robert, because when I called and spoke to the clerk of courts today, you know what I was told? I was told that Tyra's attorney had filed a motion, and the judge approved that motion, which apparently, my understanding, and again, this is what I was told by the clerk of courts, was that this morning's hearing at 8 o'clock dealt with an appearance ticket for her to appear that afternoon at 1:30. And that's when she said that the attorney filed a motion to essentially dump the appearance ticket, and that she would promise to appear at 1:30. And she did it again. My understanding was that it was filed, but the judge approved it, and I guess they approved it either late Monday night or today or early this morning.
well,
So,
I'm pretty sure the public defender was in there, because I saw somebody that looked like her going inside, but I was waiting for Tyra or anybody in her family to walk up the stairs. I was waiting on the outside at the top of the stairs. Well, I waited till 8:30 before I went inside, and I saw nobody. She never showed up. So
yeah,
and then
because
or a little
once the
after, right
motion,
before 8:30, you people send me a link that showed the docket said only 1:30. Well, I checked it the night before, and she was still on there at 8 o'clock. So it just got changed during the 8 o'clock court. And I didn't go inside to the court because I was waiting for one of them to walk in.
Oh yeah, you guys are an hour ahead of me.
but that's why, yeah. But you know what he was saying too is he thinks the attorney went in there, and like I said, if it was filed this morning and she got in front of the judge early this morning to waive the appearance for her, then Tyra wouldn't have had to show up this morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only way she would have had to show up is if the judge denied the motion. And then she would have just been there. They would have handed her an appearance ticket, essentially saying she'd be back at 1:30. At least
Right,
that's the
because
way they
when
explained
I
it to
called
me.
the court, I told them that I had never seen.
I don't know.
They actually asked me this, and I have called many times about
This is the reason why cameras should be allowed in the courtroom.
Yeah,
You know,
I
this
had
is
called.
the type of shit that the
I've
two-tiered
called
justice
lots of
system,
times
right?
to
Here's a
ask
woman
them
that's
about the
stolen
docket.
all kinds of money, allegedly, because we can't really say, you know, it is innocent until proven guilty, but allegedly stole all kinds of money. And she's being charged with criminal offenses, but yet she's being treated like she's getting a free public defender, yet again on taxpayer dollars. She's got Trancoso walking her to her vehicle. Last time I recall, the only people that have committed any violence against anybody are the people that have worked for the town of Aguilar and their family members. So, I just kind of find it hard to believe that the criminal is now crying to be the victim.
That's because she's a narcissist. It's all about her ego.
Yeah, and when I talked to the court the other day, they asked me why I was inquiring about the docket. I've called over 24 times, sometimes about my own case, and they have never ever asked me about that when I call and ask about anything on the docket, ever.
That's because Tyra's a high crime person now. She's nationwide.
I
So
think
she's
it's
going to get treated different. I agree with you. I think it's government courtesy. She doesn't deserve anything. No plea deals. Nothing.
Yeah, and so I just answered them. I just said, "Oh well, my cousin has court today, but I never saw 2 court times for the same date." So I told him I just called to find out how come there's 2 court times on the same date. And the lady actually told me that the one of them, I thought she said the early one was canceled because they gave them the wrong time. And I was going to tell her, well, then why is there 2 times? So she told me that the one of them was canceled, and the other one was supposed to be when she went into the closed court to the office so they could affix it. That's not what happened. That is not at all what happened.
Right. Yeah, it's wild, and I think we're gonna have plenty ahead of us to kind of chuckle at, because again, they're just trying to hide it, and that's not gonna happen. I mean, it's already made national news, and I mean, how are you gonna hide it now? You know,
Right.
so
You know, it does raise some interesting questions, though. I mean, because there's been a few attorneys that have been involved with the town. Makes you wonder whether or not, you know, what they knew and how much they knew was going on with these towns, that they were just kind of turning a blind eye to, possibly, maybe, allegedly, right?
What do you mean possibly? Like, we experienced these lawyers, and you had Butchmere over here trying to like totally take away the First Amendment and rein everybody in. That didn't happen. He learned really quick. It took a minute, but he learned really quick. Yeah, Dan no longer works for Aguilar. Shit, how many lawyers have they been through that have actually like let them get away with half of all these felonies they've committed? I mean,
It's been every single attorney for the town.
right?
Well,
It
and
has
that kind
been.
of poses another question because you have to remember that this was the same person that entered into the contract with the CPA company there, right? That they ended up having to pay $90,000 in order to get the, I guess the non-audits audits, right? So that that guy, Mr. Rake, could go through the audits and try and correct them or find more information on it.
Some people call John DeNicola a journalist. Just messing around.
That's
Dan,
mean.
yeah, there was most definitely there was.
Well, yeah. There was a news reporter, like a certified news reporter in the WebEx as well today.
Yes, and I have to say, probably one of the only true journalists that works for that paper.
Right.
But yeah, I was there. I was in the hearing. Funny. Well, I can't really say was I a victim. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, her not fulfilling my court request from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I can't really say I'm a victim. So why wasn't I thrown out of that WebEx? I don't know.
Well, my main concern is the fact that one person got kicked out because of somebody's feelings.
Well, not just
Right.
that, but based
And
off
wait,
an attorney's claim or assertion that he's not, he's in there as good citizen media observer, and he wasn't a victim or a witness.
well, right. So if he wasn't a victim or a witness, were they suggesting that he was an aggressor? Because I mean, seriously, why are you going to take him out of the courtroom if he's got nothing to do with it? You had about 6 other people in there that had nothing to do with it. Why weren't they kicked out of the courtroom?
Because
Well,
they're
and
not a
that's the funny
threat.
part because I think the defense attorney kind of realized her little faux pas because right after that, that's when she tried to move for the judge to throw or shut down the WebEx is what she wanted to do. And I think that, I hate to say this, but possibly, maybe, allegedly, the reason why the judge realized that that wasn't a good idea was because one of the people that was in the WebEx was a journalist from a news organization, and they knew who she was. So I don't think that they wanted to take on that fight. So I think, and that's why the judge said, "There's no way that's happening."
We'll
That
see,
was
and then you come back to the whole reason on why. All right, so regardless whether you want to like label us journalists or not, we don't give a flying fuck at this point. We tell it how it is. You want to know what's fucking going on, we can tell you what's going on. But same thing with any other newspaper or anything like that. So why would a judge kick out good citizen media but keep in the newspaper and everybody else?
Because he's a threat.
well, like I
That's what it
said,
is. He's a
that was
threat. He
based off
scares
the
people.
defense attorney's assertion that he was not a victim or a witness in the case, and essentially there was no reason for him to be there.
Right. And she also said she was afraid that he would record it and then post it on social media right away.
Oh, well,
Right.
That's illegal.
Well, you know, and that kind of, you know,
Would they be smarter to let me do it if that's in fact what I was doing and then arrest me?
Right.
Right?
You know, arrest you
Instead of
afterwards.
punishing me for something they assumed I was gonna do?
Well,
Right. And
Yeah.
it's not like he's
That
done it
line's drawn.
before.
Where does it end when they punish you for shit that you haven't even done that they just assume you might do? You know?
Right. Because if he
welcome
did it
to Minority
before and he
Report,
got
bro.
charged with that, that would be a whole different story. Because he had already done it before some other time. He's never ever done that. Ever.
so what if I told you I had the video?
What?
Well, I would say,
I'll swap
and
seeing that
again,
video.
this isn't legal advice because I'm not an attorney, but I would say it all depends on what you do with that video.
Oh, what if I sell it to a newspaper? Does that count as recording in a courtroom and I still get busted for it?
I don't know.
No, because
It
you can
depends
just
on whether
tell
or
them that
not
you have
that
it
news agency
confidentially.
releases the source of the information.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're like a
I mean,
CI.
realistically, if you sent it to a news organization and you said, "I want to remain anonymous," wouldn't that make you part of a work product?
Well,
So,
what if I
so
was what if I was to say that the video was donated to me for free? Would I still get in trouble if I played it, John?
What if you just mailed it to the judicial board?
Oh, I could mail it to the judicial board. That would be pretty awesome.
Just make sure you get your prints
yeah,
off
you
of
know,
it so they can't track it back.
listen,
That's the problem with this judge. She doesn't realize there's a judicial board. There's rules and decorum to a courtroom.
Correct.
Just
and
get
there's also
single
canons
me
too.
out, dude, for no fucking reason, no factual proof. I'm also innocent until proven guilty, and I have the fucking right to observe court. It's an open court. I have the right to observe.
It's a
These are
public
my
forum.
fellow peers. Are you kidding?
You have
Mm,
it's kind of like attending a public meeting. As long
right?
as that courtroom is open, the hours of operation, that's that whole time, place, manner restriction crud. And at the end of the day, you weren't doing anything wrong. Attending a hearing is as public can get, I guess. I mean,
Well,
if you
that's what
could
I'm
if you could walk into the what
Well, yeah,
let me
what
ask
would
you
it,
this.
exactly. What would it look like had I walked in there?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. Is what would the difference have been? What if you were sitting in the courtroom? So you're telling me that they could throw you out of the courtroom because you're not a witness into it? What are they going to say? He's recording. What happens if they go through and they grab your phones or whatever and they realize that you're not recording? So is that an unlawful seizure of you
I would say
based
yes.
off of what?
Right. But
An
if they're doing
assumption?
it, it's not criminal.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're getting into a whole different aspect because now you're changing the dynamics of the situation. Because think about it. If they're basing it off of a pre-crime or what they think is happening or a hunch, right? Isn't there supposedly case law out there that says that you can't search somebody based off a hunch?
Right.
Pretty sure there is.
Right. But
So
they'll do it anyway.
I understand that, but it doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't.
They don't care about right, John. I think we've spent years and years proving just exactly that. You know,
Right? It's funny because they say that
the
they
downfall. And right now, when you think you should be getting justice, here they are appearing to be sweeping shit under the rug, trying to block us out, shut us out. They'll probably do away with the fucking WebEx, give her a closed court, and try to make it all go away. After all the years we've spent exposing what was going on there, so it's they don't do things the right way here. You know,
Would you stop hitting my
I
microphone?
mean, you'd think they'd be happy to expose the fact, hey, we got her and we did this, you know, but
Right.
I don't know if that's what we're gonna see. I can't say that for sure, especially the way we're starting off here. Zero accountability.
Well, and again, like she got a public defender, right? And obviously, you got to be underneath a certain income for that. I mean, what happened to all those thousands? And
Yeah, well, I wonder how much Gary Vanzani's paying her. See, because I'm to understand that she works for the mayor of Walsenburg for his company. So maybe he's not paying her very much, and that's maybe that's what it is.
Right? And how come they didn't use?
And let me also mention, she's not only a public pretender, she's the chief. She is the chief. They give her the chief public pretender.
oh,
Yes.
oh,
Right, and they knew that there's at least $26,000 missing. Did they not count that as income for the year?
Right.
Like they can prove it went into her bank and shit, but they're gonna let her just say no, that wasn't income. Like,
She'll say it wasn't her. I didn't know I had
here's
this
the
kind of
thing.
money.
I mean, think about it: 26,000 plus whatever she's made for the year. That's not enough to where she's got to worry about covering her own attorney. We got to pay for her fucking attorney for her.
right, right. And I don't get that because again, like we know that there's more than just 26,000 that went into her accounts. We're not dumb. And then on top of it, apparently she was making what? It was like $30 a minute, wasn't it? Like $25 a minute for her.
Yeah, we seen that online. She had her online business.
Yeah.
Plus all of her hats at the town there. Yeah, I mean, so
Didn't
I
she
don't know.
sometimes fill in at a taxidermy?
Oh, I'm sure she knows that business.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? That's a pretty good income.
Right. But
Uh,
I don't know. I heard she's pretty quick with spending it down. You know, that's why she had to file bankruptcy back to back like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking that, you know, maybe she pulled it out in cash and now she's got it buried somewhere in Aguilar.
I think they are, Jim. I think they are. I think that may be coming up. But again, if they're not gonna actually be accountable and hold these people accountable, then it doesn't matter how much they look, you know. Because let's be honest, nobody has to look hard or far. Like it's all right there. It's laid out. Everybody knows what we're dealing with. So it's just a matter of are they going to deal with it? You know, that's it. Like are the rest of the charges going to be coming out? Are they going to hold these folks accountable? Or are they just going to, you know, like in Tyra's case, make us pay for her defense after she's allegedly robbed us for, you know, thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe possibly even millions of dollars. And we're going to pay for her defense.
And then let her claim victim.
Yes, she's victim. And nobody needs to know what she's saying, right? So
yeah.
she don't want nobody to see her or hear her. She's already famous enough. No paparazzi. You know?
No paparazzi. But I thought that's what we were hired as paparazzi. I thought that's what we were.
Go back
Paid
to
for-
where you
paid for
came
by Vern.
from. Right? Poor Vern.
I mean, Vern paid for the paparazzi.
Yeah, he was there. I seen him. I seen him there. He was definitely in court. He was gonna miss this one. So,
That's cool.
but I don't know. I mean, it was very very short and sweet. Most of the court was just to talk about me. So I don't know what I have to do with embezzlement or any of these other charges she's facing.
You force people to do bad things.
Other told you so. Like I'm not sure what role I've got in it. So you know,
Mm,
but it was fun. It's been a long day. I can tell you guys that. But yeah, it was fun. We just thought we'd go live and share with you guys how my day in court went.
And
It
one
was
thing
all
that
about me.
surprised
It was all about me.
right.
It was
one of the things
dismissed.
that surprised me is they changed her arraignment court date to next month on the 19th.
Right.
Well, normally you have arraignment the day after you get arrested, or if you get arrested on Friday, on Monday.
But she
Listen,
bonded.
A
hold
month
on,
and a half
hold on.
after you've been
Listen,
arrested.
no,
She
no,
bonded.
Robert, hold on. Not everybody is as cool and as popular and you know can get away with shit like that like you. But I think she's almost ranked up to you, bro. I think she's trying to like trying to get one up on you. But then again, it took them like 2 months to arraign your ass.
Yeah. Once you post bond, they can arraign you later. So she's bailed out.
Well,
She's
and
been bailed. So
that's another thing. So she posted bail of $15,000 bail. And nowhere in any story can I find that she posted a 10% of that. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Like
but she needs us. She needs us, the good citizens, to pay for her fucking lawyer. Just saying, you know.
right?
After everything she's done there over the past 17, 18 years, whatever it is, she needs us, the people she has despised this whole time, this group right here, to pay for her lawyer.
And just I don't know. What do you think the odds are that she just happened to get the chief public defender? You know what I
Well,
mean?
well, I'm pretty sure she still has her connections, John. Like she was pretty connected. And I'm pretty sure that she tried everything in the book. I mean, we know for a fact that she tried everything in the book, from restraining orders to getting us arrested for stupid stuff that aren't crimes to to as of recently, like putting a hit out on us. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
like
all the way up to resignment.
right.
I mean, she thought if she resigned, everything would just go away, No,
Well,
we
no,
don't go away that easy.
well, even long before she resigned, that's the funny part. That's why I'm getting such a kick out of all of this is she could still be employed. She could have still been in her little seat. She
Yeah,
still could have been doing what she was doing. She probably could have milked that town
yeah,
for another 50 grand
yeah, at least if
by
she just
now.
hadn't resigned, but she resigned. It's not like we fired her. She wrote a letter and said she hated her job and she wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was leaving the casino, basically. Wrote a letter. I'm out of here. This gambling's no fun no more. I'm going to get paid $25 an hour online to get financial advice.
No, it was $25 a minute.
A minute. Yeah, there you go. Not an hour, a minute for financial advice. Yep. And that was it. Shoom. Gone. Yeah. I think she's definitely in a few other court cases right now as well that are civil, not criminal, I guess. So we will see how all that goes. We'll keep watching, see what comes to fruition with all this. We'll check back on this topic here at the next court date, unless anything comes up in between now and then. But I suppose.
Did anyone watch the Aguilar Council meeting? Wasn't it last night?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we streamed it.
Did you? Is it online? Like, I can just go to YouTube and pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some Rocky Ford in there too, and a lot of us bullshitting. Yeah, that was
Okay.
last night.
I'll send you the link, Lori.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's been a long day for all of us, so we're gonna keep this kind of short, and we do appreciate all you guys being here. And like I say, we will keep you guys up to date on what's going on there. I know I've got at least the No Kings protest this Saturday coming up. I'll be live for that. I think the normal Friday protest as well. I have to confirm that. I'm pretty sure. So I'll be live for those events if they do in fact happen. So I will see you guys then. I appreciate everybody who come up. You people, Robert, John, Nicole, and Lori. Appreciate you guys coming up and hanging out with me.
Thanks for the invite.
And thank you.
And,
Yeah, it's good to be able to talk about everything today.
Yeah, it was wild, that's for sure. I've never been thrown out of court for doing nothing.
You're right.
I've been in contempt of court many a times, guys. I've been locked up, I've been fined, but I've never been thrown out without contempt or anything, That was so wild. So, but again, it is what happened. It's how it went. So appreciate you guys. Again, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the shares. If you like what you see, subscribe.
The world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Yeah, give me freedom or give me death. To that we pledge allegiances. We the people had enough, it's time we aired our grievances against these treasonous demons. So raise the alarm, cause the pigs are fully taken over on this animal farm. Don't know anymore, this world's gotten too cold to ignore. Shit, is it 2023 or 1984? Thought police up at my door to open fire on me, but I'd rather die on my feet than survive on my knees. And please, we know how they looking at us from up at the top. The tougher they made it for us, the fucking tougher we got. They thought they'd keep us scared forever, but fuck it, we not. We'll send them back to north of Richmond in some cuffs or a box.
It's a damn shame what the world's got to
Ira
do.
got the cup.
People like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control.
Behind the politicians, there's a far more sinister villain that's power driven. Only answer to money is their religion. They controlling the way that we live in, keeping us mentally stuck in a prison, so that the fire they know is rebellion never can spread whenever it's risen. But they've been seeing us waking up and now they fucking afraid. As we the people get to seeing through their fucking charade. We're being played by these elites who would rather see us enslaved, as they lead us by the hand where the land's dug with a grave. And they could kill a character through stories they publish, or they'll just murder us and brand it as suicide to the public, or an accidental overdose. Print the story, run it, say it's fact, so people trust it, accept it, and move on from it. But it's time to pick a side and get to striking a nerve. In any way we're able, I'm fighting this fight with my words. And if they keep pushing, then fuck it, we inciting the purge.